Welcome back. Ready to change your life? Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of Jefferson Nickels, exploring their worth, iconic designs, hidden stories, and rare treasures. We'll uncover the top 3 most valuable and ultra-rare Jefferson Nickels in the United States, including coins from 1976, 1963, and the 1975 D mint mark, each with a shocking history. These copper nickel coins, often with a rare red to dark brown color shade, are highly sought after by collectors, even in dirty or seemingly ordinary condition. Some of these coins could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars today. So before you spend that old nickel lying around, stick with us, you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. First up, coin #1. Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of one of the rarest and most valuable Jefferson Nickels in American history, the 1976 Jefferson nickel. At first glance, it might look like an ordinary coin sitting in your pocket change, but don't be fooled. This coin carries with it a story that has fascinated collectors for decades. Its copper-nickel composition, combined with a rare red to dark brown shade, makes it a gem that coin collectors would fight to get their hands on. Even in dirty or circulated condition, the value of this coin can reach unimaginable heights, sometimes approaching millions in today's market. The history of the Jefferson nickel is long and storied. Originally minted in 1938, the coin was designed to honor Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States, and his beloved Monticello estate. Over the years, the Jefferson nickel became a staple of American currency, circulating in pockets, wallets, and cash registers across the country. However, like any coin, certain years and mint marks hold secrets that can turn ordinary coins into astronomical treasures. The 1976 Jefferson nickel is one of those treasures. While most coins from this year were minted in standard fashion, a few rare versions stand out because of minting anomalies, color variations, and unique finishes. These anomalies often occur due to errors in the striking process, metal composition, or special production techniques, giving the coin a distinctive look that collectors immediately recognize. A nickel with this particular red to dark brown hue is not just a coin, it's a piece of history, a collector's dream, and potentially a life-changing asset. Collectors have long sought after coins like the 1976 Jefferson nickel because they bridge the gap between history and wealth. Imagine holding a coin that was minted nearly 50 years ago, yet it holds the potential to make you a millionaire overnight. That is the kind of excitement and allure that rare coins bring. The value doesn't just come from the metal itself but from the story, rarity, and historical significance embedded in the coin. Every scratch, color variation, or mint mark tells a story that adds to its overall mystique and monetary power. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1976 Jefferson nickel is how seemingly ordinary coins hide extraordinary value. Many people have had these coins in their drawers or jars for decades without realizing their worth. Dirty, circulated coins can still fetch tens of thousands of dollars or more if they exhibit the rare color shift or other collector-worthy characteristics. It's not just about looking shiny, it's about recognizing the rare historical nuances that make this nickel a true treasure. The 1976 Jefferson nickel also serves as a reminder of how American coinage has evolved over the years. From the early designs celebrating national pride to later minting processes that introduced errors and rarities, every nickel tells a story. The 1976 version is particularly interesting because it was minted during a period when the U.S. economy was changing, coin collectors were growing in popularity, and the demand for rare coins was on the rise. Owning this coin is like holding a time capsule from the mid-1970s, connecting you directly to American history. Investors and collectors alike are drawn to coins like this because they represent both history and financial opportunity. Unlike traditional investments, coins are tangible, they sit in your hand, each carrying a unique story. For the 1976 Jefferson nickel, the combination of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand has created a perfect storm, making it a highly sought-after piece. Even experts in numismatics will tell you that spotting a coin like this in circulation is almost miraculous, and when it happens, fortunes can change almost overnight. Another reason the 1976 Jefferson nickel is so valuable is its condition and color variation. A coin with the rare red to dark brown patina is far more desirable than one that is worn or has lost its original luster. This coloration occurs naturally over decades and can make even a coin found in a dusty jar worth thousands, tens of thousands, or more. Collectors often go to great lengths to acquire these coins, sometimes traveling across states or paying premium prices just to ensure they add a genuine historical artifact to their collection. But beyond the financial aspect, owning a 1976 Jefferson nickel is about holding a piece of history in your hands. You're touching the same design that has passed through countless wallets, cash registers, and hands over decades. You're connecting with Thomas Jefferson's legacy, the artistry of the coin designers, and the evolution of American minting. Every coin tells a story, but a rare one like this tells a story that could literally change your life overnight, giving collectors both joy and potentially unimaginable financial reward. So before you toss away that old nickel, take a closer look. Examine its color, mint mark, and condition. You may just discover that what seems like an ordinary coin is actually a hidden treasure. The 1976 Jefferson nickel reminds us that in the world of coins, even the smallest change can hold the biggest fortunes. It's a thrilling, fascinating, and potentially life-altering piece of history, waiting for the right person to recognize its true value. Welcome back, treasure hunters. Today, we're uncovering the secrets of one of the most valuable and rare Jefferson nickels in American history, the 1975 Jefferson nickel. At first glance, it may look like any ordinary coin, but appearances can be deceiving. This coin carries with it a story of rarity, history, and incredible value that makes collectors and investors alike stop in their tracks. Even in dirty or circulated condition, the 1975 Jefferson nickel can be worth tens of thousands or even millions of dollars, turning a simple piece of change into a life-altering fortune. The Jefferson nickel itself has been a staple of American currency since 1938, introduced to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and his iconic Monticello estate. While most nickels pass unnoticed through countless wallets and cash registers, certain years and mint marks hide secrets that transform ordinary coins into extraordinary treasures. The 1975 Jefferson nickel is one of those rare gems. Its D mint mark, indicating it was produced at the Denver Mint, adds a layer of rarity and collector appeal that makes it highly sought after in numismatic circles. What makes this coin truly special is its rare red to dark brown coloration, a natural patina that develops over decades as the copper-nickel alloy reacts with its environment. This is not damage, it is proof of authenticity and a hallmark of rarity. Coins with this unique color pattern immediately catch the eyes of collectors, as they are incredibly difficult to find. Even a nickel that looks worn or has circulated heavily can hold unimaginable value if it exhibits this special coloration. The 1975 Jefferson nickel also has a fascinating place in coin history. During the mid-1970s, the United States Mint was experimenting with production techniques to meet growing demand, and as a result, certain coins were struck with subtle variations that today are considered anomalies. These anomalies, combined with the coin's historical significance, make it a must-have for serious collectors. Owning one is like holding a tiny piece of American history that also has the power to change your financial destiny. Collectors are drawn to this coin not just for its beauty, but for its potential to turn a casual collector into a millionaire overnight. Unlike other forms of investment, a rare coin is tangible, something you can hold in your hand, examine closely, and pass down through generations. The 1975 Jefferson nickel is a perfect example of how history, scarcity, and beauty converge to create a highly prized treasure. Even in circulated or dirty condition, the 1975 nickel has proven over and over again that it holds extraordinary monetary power. Coins like this are capable of selling for astonishing sums, often much higher than people would expect from a piece of pocket change. Collectors know that spotting a 1975 nickel with these rare characteristics is like finding a needle in a haystack, and the thrill of acquiring one is unmatched in the world of numismatics. The story of the 1975 Jefferson nickel is also a reminder that every coin has a history to tell. This nickel has traveled through decades of American life, silently witnessing history unfold, from the post-Vietnam era to the economic shifts of the late 20th century. Each scratch, color change, or die variation tells a story, adding layers of historical and monetary value that cannot be replicated. It is more than a coin, it is a living artifact of American heritage. Investors recognize that coins like the 1975 Jefferson nickel are both a financial opportunity and a historical treasure. Unlike stocks or digital assets, a coin is physical, it sits in your hand, connects you to history, and holds a value that grows as it becomes rarer over time. The red to dark brown patina, combined with the Denver mint mark, ensures that this coin will remain a highly coveted collector's item for decades to come. Finally, the 1975 Jefferson nickel is proof that even the smallest piece of change can hold the biggest fortune. Many people have had these coins in drawers, jars, or collections without realizing their worth. This coin reminds us that history, rarity, and a little patience can turn something seemingly ordinary into a life-changing treasure. The 1975 Jefferson nickel is more than a coin, it is a gold mine in disguise, a tiny piece of metal that carries the power to change your fortune overnight. So, before you spend that old nickel, take a closer look. Examine its color, its mint mark, and its condition. You could be holding a rare piece of history worth a fortune, a coin that connects you to America's past and has the potential to shape your future. The 1975 Jefferson nickel is a shining example of how even the smallest, most overlooked coins can hide unimaginable value, waiting for the right collector to recognize its true power. Welcome back, treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into the fascinating and secret world of one of the rarest and most valuable Jefferson nickels ever minted, the 1963 Jefferson nickel. At first glance, it might seem like just another coin sitting forgotten in your drawer, but don't be deceived. This coin carries a story that stretches back over half a century, combining history, rarity, and collector value that can reach mind-blowing heights. Even in dirty or circulated condition, a 1963 Jefferson nickel can be worth thousands, tens of thousands, or even millions of dollars, turning an ordinary coin into a potential fortune. The Jefferson nickel has always been more than just a piece of currency. Introduced in 1938, it was created to honor Thomas Jefferson, one of America's most influential presidents, in his iconic home, Monticello. Over the years, it has circulated through generations, passing through countless hands and wallets, becoming a silent witness to American history. But not all Jefferson nickels are created equal. Certain years, mint marks, and color variations set specific coins apart, transforming them from everyday currency into treasures of immense value. The 1963 Jefferson nickel is one of these treasures. Unlike common nickels, this coin can feature a rare red to dark brown color shade, a trait that makes it extremely attractive to collectors. This coloration doesn't come from artificial treatment, it develops naturally over decades, as the copper-nickel alloy reacts to the environment. What might seem like mere discoloration is actually a hallmark of authenticity and rarity, making the coin a coveted piece for numismatists around the world. Collectors are especially drawn to coins like the 1963 Jefferson nickel because of their historical significance and scarcity. This nickel was minted during a period of great change in America, the post-war era, with a booming economy, new technologies, and shifting social dynamics. Coins from this period are often overlooked by casual collectors, yet they hold secrets that can change fortunes overnight. The 1963 nickel is a perfect example of how something ordinary can transform into something extraordinary when history, rarity, and beauty converge. One of the most astonishing things about the 1963 Jefferson nickel is how even a worn, dirty coin can command enormous value. Collectors are not just buying a piece of metal, they're buying history, rarity, and the story embedded in each scratch, patina, and color variation. Imagine reaching into a jar of old coins and pulling out a nickel that could make you a millionaire. That's the magic of the 1963 Jefferson nickel, a coin that turns everyday change into a potential fortune. The allure of this coin also lies in its minting details and subtle anomalies. Some coins from 1963 were produced with unique die variations, slight misstrikes, or differences in metal composition. These minor differences can exponentially increase the coin's value, making it the focus of intense collector interest. Owning a 1963 Jefferson nickel is like holding a tiny piece of American history that also happens to have financial superpowers. Beyond the potential wealth, this coin is a connection to the past. Every scratch and shade tells a story of decades spent in circulation, of hands that passed it along, of history that unfolded while it quietly existed in wallets and pockets. This coin is not just a collectible, it's a time capsule, a tangible link to the early 1960s, a reminder of America's heritage, craftsmanship, and the enduring legacy of Thomas Jefferson. Investors and collectors alike know that coins like the 1963 Jefferson nickel represent both a piece of history and an extraordinary opportunity. Unlike stocks or real estate, a coin is tangible, a physical piece of wealth you can hold, examine, and cherish. The rare color variations and minting anomalies make this nickel an object of desire for collectors worldwide, driving prices higher and creating fierce competition among those who understand its value. The 1963 Jefferson nickel also demonstrates a simple truth about rare coins: the most valuable treasures often hide in plain sight. A coin that looks ordinary on the surface can carry unimaginable worth underneath, waiting for someone knowledgeable enough to recognize it. This nickel can literally change your fortune overnight if handled wisely, making it one of the most exciting and sought-after coins in American numismatic history. So before you ever think about spending that old nickel, take a closer look. Examine its color, its shine, and even the smallest details. You might just be holding a coin that holds a fortune, a piece of history, and a story that will last for generations. The 1963 Jefferson nickel is proof that sometimes, the smallest change can make the biggest difference, and in the world of rare coins, it can even make you a billionaire in spirit, if not in dollars.